Good morning from Tishtash PR agency in Dubai, one of the leading ESG and the S of ESG agencies in Dubai. Very pleased to welcome Ms. Kate Hardcastle, MBE from the UK. Thank you very much for being with us. As you know, we are in the year of sustainability. COP is in Dubai, or will be in Dubai within very few months. And you come from the UK with a global experience. How can we interlink knowledge across the globe and bring that here to the UAE?
I've been involved in production, manufacture, brands, selling, retail for over 20 years. If I had one top aim and ambition when I'm involved with organisations and events like COP, it's to try and make sure the consumer understands. When we talk about things like carbon offsetting, carbon neutral, goals, etc., it really doesn't penetrate. It doesn't create actually any knowledge for the consumer to, well, what does this mean? How can I get involved? So my ambition is to make sure that organisations all over the world, including those brands, involve the end user in it. Because if not, it's all for naught. Yeah. If we don't all change behaviour on a significant basis, we're not going to be able to achieve what we want. But we can do this by education, by reassurance, and we can also do it by rewarding great behaviour. And I think that is one of the big things business can do to celebrate consumers who really want to make a difference.
Yeah, we as ESG MENA, the first and only ESG knowledge hub in the MENA region, have been trying hard here and our team in Europe to reach out to the main fashion players in the MENA region to talk and to discuss with them promoting sustainable fashion. However, the response has been very shy. How can we engage with them? How can we encourage them to get into a sustainable fashion, factually, not theoretically, as we've been hearing in media?
What we want is less over-promise and under-delivery, right? That's what we
absolutely.
want. We want action. And action will only come when there's a reassurance that a business that aims to be profitable can continue to be profitable. And that's making sure that we're forecasting what the future looks like and how businesses can be sustainable in terms of the pounds and pence, the dirham, as well as sustainable for the planet too. And I think going in with fact is so important. We see research from consumers that they are more and more intrigued and interested in sustainability matters, and yet their actual behaviour will contradict in what I like to call almost a pick and mix when it comes to ethics. One minute I want to do the right thing by the planet, the next minute I'm buying fast fashion again.
Absolutely.
So this has to be about education. This has to be about bursting the bubble, but doing it in a way that every part of the cycle of fashion can be suitably met with what it needs. Yeah. If that means slower fashion, if that means more re-commerce, which is the reselling on, if that's co-unit buying, where not just you're buying a garment, but you're buying a garment to be shared with friends or family, then that's a conversation those brands need to start having with consumers. My passion is realistic environmentalism. I want to stop business feeling under such pressure they have to make these promises that are just not achievable.
That's the main challenge we are encountering in the MENA region. Most companies are reporting with big sustainability, flashy PowerPoint presentations and sustainability reports. When it comes at the grassroots level, action is scarce or negligible. How can we attract them basically to move from, to migrate from presentations, from reports to on-the-ground action?
So there's a term used internationally called greenwashing.
Yes.
It describes the description of action that is better for the planet, but actually then disguises behaviour that isn't as good. But I have a new term which is called green bashing, which is where actually we want better from business, but there's a lot of criticism, there's a lot of anger. It's not enough, it's never enough, because it's not going faster enough. There is only one way out of this, and that is actually understanding that the smaller steps, the baby steps, are going to be what we can achieve. And it's better to have an authentic conversation than one that's not realistic because a business can't even deliver it. Why don't we start celebrating both the individuals in the home, the brands and businesses that make a difference, and show the behaviour we want to encourage others into it? Because for me, if I saw better recycling, if I saw better usability, if I saw food products that didn't have excessive plastic and packaging, if I saw an educated consumer that understood really what all of these numbers mean, I would feel we're going to make better progress.
E-commerce, there are several players in the MENA region, and again, it's the market is buzzing with e-commerce in a very high-tech city such as Dubai. However, when it comes to sustainability, migrating and using technology for the sake of sustainability remains shy. How can we encourage that?
Well, at the moment, a lot of the organisations reward the idea of speedier, faster, quicker execution.
Yeah.
So why don't we have conversations with those businesses about asking them to reward slower, more sustainable? If I can click on a website and get something delivered to me in 2 hours that I simply don't need in 2 hours, why wouldn't I be rewarded for paying less or getting a discount or getting some value or loyalty redemption if I bought slower? We have to have the balance there. I understand, having engaged and understand consumers all over the globe for 2 decades, that this reward mechanic is going to work better than anything else.
Dubai Tourism just announced mandatory energy reporting for hotels, which had a shake-up for hotels, basically to start reporting. What about sustainable fashion? Are you planning any activity to encourage the government and the policy and the regulators to mandate sustainable ethics for the fashion industry and for the e-commerce?
It is the topic I talk about on the most, to the most, every single day of my life. It is most important to me that we get conversations by strategic alliances and partnerships and collaborations around the room. No more working in silos, no more working to an objective the consumer doesn't understand.
Any plan, any strategy that you might announce to us soon?
Not right now, but certainly before COP. I will be delighted to talk about some of the examples where we've got proven success in how we can get a more realistic delivery when it comes to sustainability.
So you are here in Dubai. Are you engaged with many stakeholders in this regard?
I am becoming more and increasingly more. I had my first piece of work here in Dubai in 2009, so I've been involved with the region for a long time. I understand it, I'm respectful of it, and hopefully now my voice can be heard in terms of advising how businesses can still be profitable, how they can engage customers for the longer term, but how we can actually make a difference. And can I just point out, any retailer listening to this, it costs more money to acquire new customers than to keep existing. The conversation has to be about making sure you build loyal relationships that are more economical to you from a marketing perspective, but by delivering a better sustainable offer.
So you think that sustainable fashion is something lucrative for corporations?
Of course, and not always at the extreme levels, not at always wanting perfection. I think we mustn't expect perfection when it comes to sustainability. I think we have to understand it's a moving feast and that baby steps must be celebrated. We shouldn't be so critical because we're not delivering everything straight away. We must praise, we must say this is work in progress, and we must evolve. Just as a child grows up, the letters are going to be back to front, the reading's not going to be quite right. We praise and we celebrate and we get to the next stage. We don't berate all of the time.
Ms. Hardcastle, thank you very much for being with us today. Thank you.
Thank you.